Welcome to the Jones Review.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Jones Review here. And I have my cousins here, Ahmad and Naya. And this is going to be a beautiful season finale of the Jones Review today. And we got a lot of content to cover, and I hope you guys buckle up because it's going to be a fun ride. So, hope you guys want to participate on this season finale of the Jones Review. And you can participate by 937-775-5555. Or you can participate on live chat on YouTube. We are streaming on YouTube and the 106.9 Dayton's Right Choice radio station. So if you guys stay tuned of the Jones Review.
I just wanted to say something real quick. The Jones Review will be taking a little bit of a break because of the season finale. We got some fall semester show signups to get handled first. Since Bailey isn't affiliated with Wright State, other than the show, I have to wait to put his in the system until everybody else gets theirs in. But it should be the same time as long as no one else puts one in for this time slot. Should be the same time. We're going to take a week off, but afterwards we should be right back on the air.
And we're going to come back stronger than ever. And
You know it, man. I'm excited.
yeah. So, yeah, we got more in store for the Jones Review soon. But also, the views and opinions of the Jones Review do not reflect the views and opinions of WWSU Radio, Wright State University, nor their entities. But other than that, let's get started. So, Ahmad, what are your thoughts on All American as a TV show? And Naya.
All American. Naya, do you want to start off first?
You can go.
Okay. All American was definitely a great show. Definitely allows you to, get the aspect of, different realities of how people come up in the sports world. You have the ones that are struggling, and you have the ones that are privileged, and how they kind of intertwine with one another, both trying to live out their dreams. So definitely influential towards that aspect. I like it a lot.
Yeah. So I love the story of All American, and just it's also based on a true story by Spencer James.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and I think I saw a picture of Spencer James too, the real Spencer James.
Okay.
And they had him on set.
I got to look that up. I
Yeah.
did not know that.
And just I'm kind of interested in how CW came up with this idea and then telling Spencer James' story as a up and coming NFL football player. And I love the story. I love
stories that are
Yeah.
football oriented, obviously,
Yeah,
man. You know
you
how
would
I
love
am.
the show, Scotty. Like
What's it called again?
All American.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
streaming on CW and Netflix. They got
Bailey,
yeah.
every week, it's Netflix.
Yeah.
It's always Netflix.
Netflix.
I have HBO Max, bro.
Hey, Netflix.
I'm
is
sorry,
definitely- It's one of the biggest.
I need to get invested into it. Bailey always talks about these really cool shows, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't have Netflix. I can't watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, the show's streaming on Netflix. I keep forgetting to message Netflix and all these other companies to see if they can sponsor me. So I'm gonna do that soon, of course, when I got the time. But yeah, if you're listening to this, please sponsor me.
Hey, we can send them this clip of the show.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
I agree with that. But yeah, All American, it has emotion, it has drama, it has love, all you can think of in the show, and it's based on a true story. But I haven't watched the Friday Night Lights yet, but I think it's kind of like that story in a way with some of its aspects of it. And also I think Daniel Ezra is actually a British actor. I didn't know that, the main character,
Okay.
Spencer James. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. But I love the screenplay of it. Of course, it has football games that you watch and stuff, and just it has everything. It's a whole package, and I think it's one of the best shows on CW by far. And my review for that, I would give it 5 stars, 5 out of 5.
Another one.
Another one.
Another 5 stars.
Handing them out, man.
Yeah,
I love it, though. If it's football, I definitely condone the 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the best football shows to date. So,
Really?
Yeah.
It's a lot of competition.
Mm-hmm. So, but Ahmad and Naya, what would you give All American
Uh,
a review?
I would give it a 4 out of 5, just to leave it room to improve. I obviously want to see more. See what they can do in college and things like that if they're able to follow that background. But yeah, definitely 4 out of 5. Give it some room to breathe a little bit.
I would give it a 5 out of 5
just because it does give you like the aspect of how life is for people who are struggling, people who aren't struggling, and how everybody is brought in to help each other. And it has a lot of tragedies, but it also shows how people grow from those tragedies.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And All American, I with the story, hopefully they put Spencer's storyline with college if he plays in college.
Hmm.
And I think they also have a spinoff called All American Homecoming.
Okay.
If you guys heard about that.
I have not. I have not.
Yeah, they also got that in the works, and I think there was an episode dedicated to that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
The lead into that, so I thought
Okay.
that was a pretty good episode.
You said you haven't finished the latest episode, right? What was that?
I
Season
think,
3?
Yeah, season 3. I haven't finished.
Oh man, yeah.
I know it gets crazy
Yeah,
from there
yeah.
because I know that's well, I don't want to spoil it too much, but I know Spencer and Olivia, that you can tell like from season 1, kind of hinting at that, but
Yeah.
I don't want to give out too much, but I don't know, I think they have like a major love triangle on the show though.
Yeah.
In a way.
Trying to figure out
Yeah.
their, things like that,
Yeah.
identities and all of that.
Yeah, but I would recommend this show to anyone. If you guys, like watching shows on Netflix, this is probably your show. If you like football, this is your show. If you like Spencer James, the real Spencer James, this is your show.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would give All American 5 out of 5 because I think it's a well done, true, compelling storyline. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for whatever they do with All American soon.
Hmm.
But
I like the little sports, shows like that. Like Last Chance U was another good one on Netflix, about basketball.
I saw a little bit of that. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I watched a tinty bit, but
Yeah.
like, I do love how Michael Jordan was telling his story or his perspective when playing with the Bulls
Hmm.
and stuff, and how he took so much responsibility, and how he's basically the star player and
Right,
literally
right.
carried the whole not carried the whole team, but he had a lot of responsibilities, and I didn't know some of the stuff he was going through while playing as one of the best basketball players of all time.
Right.
You gotta think
So-
they're humans too. They got
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you look at athletes, you don't think of them as like, you think of their life as kind of perfect because they're making millions of dollars playing, sports and
Mhm.
stuff. But I mean, they got emotions and a personal life and everything else as well. So
Right.
I liked watching The Last Dance. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, definitely hearing their perspectives too.
Yeah, can't wait till they make the one about like LeBron
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then once they make that, then you're gonna have the true conversation of who the goat is. Because it was still like half a debate,
Yeah.
and then once everyone saw The Last Dance, they're like, "Oh, it's Michael Jordan."
Okay. So I figure you're leaning towards more LeBron.
I'm more like 55-45 with LeBron up.
Okay.
Because like think about it, with that Cavs team back in 2016, he carried that team
Yeah,
to the
nobody-
finals.
Like,
He may have lost against the Warriors, but he had nobody because Kyrie wasn't there anymore. Who was the best person he had? Like Kevin Love, who is kind of on the down low now.
Yeah,
So yeah, no, I think LeBron James is
I hear you. I hear you. I respect
just
that.
by a little bit
I
though,
respect
and he's
that.
still going.
Yeah, I respect that.
doesn't he have like 4 or 5 championship rings?
LeBron,
Yeah,
He's-
Or-
I think he has 3.
I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
one with the Heat, one with the Cavs, or he might have 4.
yeah, I think he's got 4.
Yeah, I think he had 2 with the Heat,
Yeah,
one with the Cavs,
One with
and
the
then
Lakers.
one with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
I forgot he had 2 with the Heat.
I don't think I told this story yet on the show, but I remember one time I went to go see LeBron, or my granny. Well, granny took me to go see LeBron James at in Indianapolis with the Pacers,
Okay.
and my granny got these luxury seats for me and my dad. And next thing you know, I see LeBron James, but he's not playing. I went all the way to Indianapolis to see LeBron James play, and he just doesn't play. I always held that against him for that. Even like when
Ouch.
Space Jam
Hey.
came out, I was like, man, I still remember that day when you didn't play, man.
I haven't been to an
Yeah.
NBA game in person yet. I'm kind of sad about it, but it's so hard. I have to go to either the Pacers or the Cavs
Mm.
to drive.
Yeah, that is a drive. Indiana's probably the closest.
Like I've been to like football games. Like I've been to the Bengals, but yeah, that's about it. That's like the only like professional sporting event I've been at, other than like a Dayton Dragons game too.
I always like going to those too. And, I think last time I went to a Dayton Dragons game, I think it was a couple years ago. My friend Caroline got tickets for us, and we sat in the grass
I was up in the
Uh,
commentators
yeah.
booth because I was doing my job shadow. Remember senior year
Yeah.
when I went
Didn't
and did
Miss
that?
Sugden help you out with that?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Because remember he did that talk at CTC,
Oh yeah.
and Mrs. Sugden was like, "Hey, you should get connected with that guy," and I did. I'm still connected with him to this day. He's a pretty cool dude.
Hey,
Awesome.
look at the
I don't talk
blessing.
to him way too much, but I shoot him an email here and there.
He's basically like your friend, sort of. In a way. Yeah.
Acquaintances, you know,
Yeah.
like we're chill. He
Yeah.
was a really nice guy. I really liked him, and I shoot him an email here and there. And you know, I want to work in the sports field when I graduate from here. So if I could go do baseball, I think that'd be pretty cool.
I see you doing baseball or any type of commentator, Scotty. I mean, your
What I
whole
wanna
name,
do.
your whole essence is just commentator or just like some type of ESPN like news reporter or something. I just see you as that,
Yeah,
Scotty.
I've heard that ever since third grade.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've always talked with like a broad voice.
Mhm.
So I remember the librarian back over in Eaton, Ohio. She would be like, "Yo, you're like my little news reporter," because I always spoke with like a broad voice in a library, so I was
Right,
super
right.
loud. But yeah, no, I appreciate it, Bailey. I that's what I do here when I'm not here doing this for you. I'm usually
Yeah.
commentating Wright State athletics and talking about sports on my own show. So yeah, no, I hear you. It's I think I was blessed with the voice, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah, if you guys want to participate still on the Jones Review, you can call this number at 937-775-5555, or you can participate by live chat within the YouTube live stream. But anyways, we can. Oh, before I go, we also have merchandise cups. If you guys are interested in the Jones Review merchandise cups, just contact my father and we'll talk about it more. But anyways, let's move on to the next review, and we got Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Great
So,
show.
Ahmad, what are your thoughts on The Last Airbender? Also, Naya.
Yeah, so I definitely I watched it, seasons, episodes multiple times, back to back to back. I just like it personally. I like the combat, the different elements, how people are unique in their own elements, and specialize in them. And then Aang, who is trying to master all of them. So
Mhm.
he's got the hardest struggle out of it all. But how they're helping him out get to that. He's got to travel to the Earthbenders, and then
Mhm.
obviously the Fire Nation took over, but eventually he met friends in that category as well. So just seeing how he carries himself, especially at a younger age. When you're watching that, how to be like, okay, he never backed up, he never backed in. Even at one time, he was dreaming, and he was just in fear and things like that, and he was going through it. His friends were there to pick him up, so that was definitely a good thing to see right there. How you can always persevere and get through it. So definitely like Avatar, I recommend it.
Yes,
10 out of 10,
sir.
5 out of 5.
Oh, okay. He's like 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. What's your review, Naya?
So I've seen the trailer for it and I watched like one episode on it, but I felt like I could not really get into it. I know there's a lot of good things going on, like where people help each other out, but I felt like that was something I could not attach myself to watching.
Huh. That's a new one. Huh.
I think Bailey's in shock here.
I'm like, wow. So you're not a huge fan of Avatar, though?
It's not that I'm a fan of it. It's like I just can't get myself to actually sit there and focus while watching it. I feel like I always get distracted.
Oh. So you're like one of those people where like it has to keep your interest in order to
Yeah.
watch it, so it doesn't seem like it's a chore to watch.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I it's not that type of show, but you must like other stuff, I guess. Maybe that's what it is. But what would you give the review though?
I would say like an 8 out of 10 maybe.
Okay.
Respect.
So for my review for The Last Airbender, this is my childhood, and I remember watching this on Nicktoons like every weekday when I was.
I think
in
I used to
elementary.
watch it as a kid a little bit. I just
Yeah.
can't remember any of it.
Yeah, I remember like after school, I would just have Nicktoons on elementary, and just Avatar would be on, and they just have like the book 1 water, book 2 earth, book 3, I think it was fire, sort of. I do like the that storyline that they did when he like disguised himself as somebody else and he had hair.
Oh yeah, when he grew his hair
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And then but yeah, from my review of The Last Airbender, I'll give it a 5 out of 5. Well, no, I'll give it a 6 out of 5
Okay.
because
That's first.
yeah,
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. I can't complain.
yeah, because it's such a great. I wouldn't consider it as an anime, more of an animation,
Mhm.
because it doesn't have those. It does have the same art styles, but it's not truly an
Yeah, I know
anime.
what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I was like, when I had mentioned it, and
Yeah,
I was like, it's not necessarily like the Naruto or anything like
Yeah.
that, bro. But it's closer, childlike animation. So
yeah.
definitely, I see what you mean.
I even got this on Blu-ray too. The
Mhm.
whole series on Blu-ray.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's
Big fan, eh?
yeah. I am a big fan. I recommend this to anybody. And guess what? It's also streaming on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bailey always looks at me when he says Netflix.
Yeah,
Hey, the hatred eyes. I'm like, damn you, Bailey.
Yeah, but I would say Avatar is a good show to watch. It has the combat, of course, like you said. The animation styles are still just quality. Just watching them still, no matter what, and it has great character development. I just watching the characters develop and grow over time is just beautiful, and just the way the art styles and the storylines work, just perfect, and just I think what they done was they built something from the ground up and they made something like an instant classic. So
I love shows like that.
yeah, so you can even have your children's children watch this show.
All right.
Probably still be quality,
All right.
and it's one of those shows that will never lose its uniqueness when it comes to Nickelodeon shows and just those classic shows that you just remember growing up from. But yeah, Avatar is such a great show. Yeah, you can never be wrong about that. But yeah, I really don't know what else to really talk about for Avatar because it's just
I think you put enough emphasis on it there.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. I'll ask a question. Which element, if you can choose, would be your favorite?
uh I would say I gotta say Earth.
Earth?
Because
Okay.
you can also metal bend
Yeah.
in a way.
You talk about the Deuce.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
okay.
crazy because like on the show, like if you were a waterbender, you
Yeah.
can also do blood bending.
Right.
I was like, what? I was like, huh? And then they can do so much like with your sweat or or your blood or just like they can make water in the ice. There's so many things. And with fire, I didn't know you can also lava bend or something in a way.
I ain't even. I mean, that makes sense. but
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
even-
It's just like it's with the elements, they have like a new different evolution, like when they do it, and then with air, it's just air. But like
I ain't gonna lie. Air's dope. I would choose air. Air's dope. Man, you can
they
be
also
elusive.
can make it like sharp enough to where it can cut somebody really sharp too.
Yeah.
So I don't know what would you?
I would choose air.
Oh, okay, air.
Either air or water. 'Cause, both are pretty graceful. But like you said, they could be sharp. They could be fierce. Like you could have ice with water. And move ice and things like that. And in the wind, you can fly. So
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can try, you can fly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I
Didn't
would
you surf
choose-
with the water one, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool. You're like Jesus, just walk on the water.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true. That's right. But I would go with Earth, and then mine would go with water.
I'll go air.
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 Oh yeah, air.
Yeah.
And then Naya, what would you choose as your?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Okay.
I'd probably say water, I guess.
Okay. But yeah, that's the last Airbender review for us. And if you guys want to catch it, it's on Netflix, of course. I'm not even sure if it's still on TV, but
I don't think
it
they
is.
stream it anymore, dude. It's an old show.
Yeah. Classic.
The only one I remember that's probably still streaming is like SpongeBob.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
Okay, like I think the craziest thing they ever done was a Patrick the Star spinoff show.
I didn't hear about that. so
Yeah.
I
Me
Yeah,
don't-
neither.
same.
That's
Yeah.
different. I'm like Patrick the Star has a show now. It was just,
I feel like that if they did make it, it was probably a flop, and they only did like one season of it.
yeah.
Because I feel like if you have a show based on Patrick, you have to have SpongeBob in there, and that'd be
Yeah.
weird
Mhm.
because you're basically watching SpongeBob. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I agree with that.
Patrick has a pretty boring life, so.
Anyway.
It's just him being an idiot constantly. That's all it is. Like I think the laughter out of it would just like be him like having something fall on his head or something. I feel like that's the only value you'd get out of it, honestly. Because if you have it in there, you have to have the bikini bottom, and then you have to have all the other characters from SpongeBob. So it's literally just SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to still participate, you can participate by calling this number at 937-775-5555, or by live chat. If you want to just ask a question or shout us out and say hi, you can do that. Or you can be like, "What's up, Bailey?" So yeah. But anyways, let's move on to Ahmad's business.
Yeah. You want me to give an introduction of it?
Yeah,
or-
just an
All
introduction.
right.
I'll
Yeah.
ask you questions about it.
So the main part of it is Daily Empire. So this just originates, like I mentioned last episode on the call, more of just being who you are daily. Representing what you mean to you on a daily basis. Definitely being courageous in who you are, and just kind of worry for what is one of the phrases that I have. That we're planning to use and things like that. So definitely, just trying to promote more of the aspect of just be who you are, represent the foundation in which you come from, and don't search out. A lot of times in high school, you might venture out into different crowds trying to find yourself, but just let that come to you. That's one thing that I would definitely recommend. And then underneath Daily Empire is the clothing brand called Divas. So with Divas, is basically standard for divided, between us, or divided by us. So, you could be different, divided in your own corner, in your own group, but ultimately we all have our own things that bring us together. So, you might do something that I need, I might do something that you need. Therefore, we can help each other out with us, so you don't have to worry about, well, I want to do what he's doing too, or I want to do what they're doing, stay in your own pot, be great at the talents that you're gifted with, and, just help others where you can, and then ask for help where you need it. So definitely agree with that.
I respect that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
So, what was the process of creating this business for you?
It's it comes to me. I don't really rush into it. I basically in my life, to be honest with you, a lot of experience that I've experienced have led me to going towards the route in which just learning and listening, keeping the ear out, and just going with the talents, more or less. So.
Okay. Did you have any struggles coming through this journey?
All right, man. What is anything successful without struggles? I definitely say that. If you're not struggling, if you ain't got haters, you're not in the right lane. It's supposed to be hard. So definitely recommend just keep going.
Cool. Do you have any collaborations or any partners that you have in the future or that you have already?
Yeah, I've worked with my cousin Devrick Jones, and then I've worked with a gentleman named Tay. We call him his nickname, things like that. But we've collabed together, had conversations and things like that. And I definitely like the energy that we give off together. So definitely look forward towards connecting with them and seeing them being a big part of the future with me.
That's awesome, man. That's beautiful. So, like, as for your business, right? Um, in the future, do you have any other things that you wanted to add to the business or add a little spice to it?
I'm kind of going with the wind more, if I could say that. Avatar a little bit.
I see what you did there.
I'm going with the
Yeah.
drift of where everything is going in life. You see a little bit more unity out there. So promoting that, I definitely want to see people being themselves and things like that. Possibly community events, where we can have everybody come out. It's food, dancing. See if we can get some artists out there, something like that. And just having people just be together and enjoying themselves.
I know some artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we could
I had
definitely
them on the show too. Yeah.
make something happen with that. But
Yeah.
definitely, just providing an environment where people are comfortable.
I like-
You can be next to somebody that you once might have feared or didn't know them based upon what people say. But being able to be in the same room with them and be like, oh, this guy's actually dope, or oh, this is actually something I enjoy.
Right.
So definitely, just making sure you're in tune in that aspect.
Just being comfortable with who you are as a person and being comfortable with the person who you're with in the room, right?
Right.
Yeah. I like that. And like with your business, I like how it's mainly just producing out good vibes.
Right. That's look, good vibes is where it's
Peace
at.
in the world.
Yeah.
And just being able to actually have a conversation with somebody
Right.
instead of just seeing them and then you just don't really get along with them or you just have other problems with them. But
I
yeah.
would say 9 times out of 10, a lot of conflicts happen because of misunderstanding. Now, I don't understand you. I don't see where you're coming from. I didn't take the time to stand in your shoes and see why you're upset. So, a lot of times people, will go the extra mile because they don't even understand the situation. So definitely, just taking the time to just provide more peace. Maybe ask him, hey, what's going on with you, man? Just look for that. It might de-escalate the situation a lot more.
All right. I definitely like that for sure. So, like, for your business, would you say do you reach out to people and see if they're interested, or would you say that you just kind of let people come to the business?
Like, do you market
Yeah,
it?
market it.
Okay, yeah. I plan on marketing it. Maybe finding somebody that can help me out in more of that aspect. But right now, just trying to build that foundation for it. Trying to make sure when it is time for me to go out there, I know everything that I like. Hey, A to B. This is what it is. This is what I want it to be. This is what it can be. And then I'm also open minded. So my fourth question is typically, what do you think? What is your opinion? How do you feel? Because that's kind of the trademark of the brand. Uniqueness, open mindedness, honesty, loyalty. Those are the things that we stand on. So just making sure that it could be somebody I meet that gives me ideas that I didn't even think about. So just being open minded in that aspect.
When did you start?
I want to say I started last year. So last year was about when I put out my first shirt. I wore it to a couple events and things like that. And just started, representing myself with it. And then now it's getting more into the aspect of, okay, how can I get this out to more people? Started coming up with ideas that I could put on shirts, started coming up with ideas that, we could do for community events and things like that. So it comes as it goes, but it started about a year ago.
Nice.
So as far as your shirts, how do you come up with the ideas of what to put on the shirts? Like, how does that just flow to you?
I get thoughts. Thoughts come into my head, and I'll be like, "Oh man, that's dope." I'll hear somebody say something, and I'll be like, "Dang, I really like that. That rang with me." That's something that I either been through or something I understand from you. So definitely, go with the flow, as I say.
That's good. Well, we're coming up on our top of the hour break, and we'll talk about more of Ahmad's business soon on more of the Jones Review. So stay tuned, y'all.
Hey, this is Matt Pond, and you're
Welcome to the Jones Review.
Welcome back to the Jones Review, everybody. I got my cousins here, Ahmad and Naya. Hope you guys are having a good time on the Jones Review today.
Absolutely.
The season finale, it's not the true season finale. I just wanted to add, that season finale.
Just a week break.
Yeah, just a little
we gotta
break.
we gotta take some time. Bailey work his magic behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And I gotta do a little my own magic. But we'll be right back here. Hopefully, I believe it'll be not the 27th, but the next Friday. We should be back same time as long as everything is going according to plan. Should be. And if there are any changes of time, we'll definitely let you know through Bailey's social media.
Yes, sir. But yeah, let's continue with more of the Jones Review, and we'll talk about, Ahmad's business, and then even Naya's business too. So let's start with Naya's business. So what is with the waist beads?
So the waist beads are more like something to motivate people to like kind of not have the perfect body, but to kind of motivate yourself to get fit and start eating healthy and working out more, because it with waist beads they do start to get tight the more your stomach starts to expand. So if you are like, okay, well, this is uncomfortable to wear even out in public, it's telling you that maybe I should start eating right, change my eating habits. Maybe I should start going to the gym. It's just something to keep you motivated and modify yourself to kind of be flexible around your schedule. One, to make sure you're eating healthy, staying on your eating habits, and motivating yourself to get back into the gym and work out. Is not going to give you the perfect body, but it is going to motivate you to get your body to how you want it to be. So it's something like they come in all different colors. Anybody with any shape and any size can get one. It's just something that I felt like a lot of people have started making waist beads, but it's something I fell in love with because it's something that helped me get motivated to change my eating habits and to start being comfortable in my own skin and in my own body and going out and be like, okay, well, maybe I don't look like her and my stomach's not as flat as her, but at least I'm trying to get where I want to be.
Right.
So,
Okay. Well, so it's more of a reminder to you that, if you do lose yourself, you can always have the waist beads to remind you, I need to get back in shape. I need to take control of my life and change or modify who I am.
yeah, and it's not only just for like to modify your body, but it's also like people wear it as jewelry, just to wear it as something cute and simple, mainly just to like decorate your outfit. If you have a really plain outfit on and you just want to jazz it up a little, people use it as that as well.
Okay. Do you plan to have bracelets and necklaces?
I
with that
do
too?
plan to start. I plan on starting ankle bracelets, necklaces, and I was hoping to start like a little thigh bead that connects to an ankle bracelet.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. I like that.
I like that too.
Do you,
When
okay.
did you start?
I actually started this year. I want to say it was about 3 or 4 months ago. I had saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people wearing them, and I was like, okay, that seems like something really simple to make, and it's something that I'm really like into. I enjoy being creative and like putting myself out there to do something. So I felt the need that I wanted started, and I was like, okay, I don't want to pay somebody else for something where I feel like I can be more creative and put myself out there, because I felt like everything everybody else had, they were all the exact same. So I kind of wanted to push it out there a little more and make it something that kind of mixes with everybody else. And because not a lot of people have very different colors and varieties that I do. So I kind of wanted to put something out that's going to mix with the ones that already are made for other people. And some people don't even make them for like bigger people. They're usually made for smaller people. Mine are kind of for every body type. So
I like that.
Nice. But yeah, would you have any styles for men?
yeah. So if men did want to wear them, I would probably make them like I let anybody choose the color they want. All I ask for is just the waist length
Okay.
and your waist measurement, so I know how to modify it for you. But it's really just as far as the colors you want. So pretty much anybody could wear them if they want to.
Okay. I like the variety right there. You know,
Mhm.
she's making sure everyone's taken care of.
Gotta have a variety when you got a business, right?
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Right.
Gotta be
Definitely.
versatile.
Yeah.
So I like that. But let's get back to Daily Empire.
Yeah.
So with the clothing line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just want to make sure that everyone, I want to say stand out, but you want to make sure they have a message with them, correct?
I want to make sure. So a lot of it's going to be similar to like a Nike or Adidas. So we'll have workout shirts, that kind of material and things like that. But there'll be like simple little word phrases on there. Like I said before, worry for what? You should have no worries. You should understand that you are covered and that, you could do whatever it is that you want to do as long as you put your best, performance into that. Also, you have influence. That's one of our biggest things, making sure you're a positive influence. Not only making sure you're a positive influence, but knowing the influences that you have around you. So just being aware of those influences. Another thing is stay planted. It's good to, don't rush yourself out of the process of being rooted and growing into your individuality. You can take time to yourself to be who it is, who you are, so that when you do come out, you truly are who you are. So we more just, things that we going to promote on our shirts is more towards the aspect of, don't worry about what the person next to you is doing. Respect them, love them. Don't get me wrong,
Right.
but definitely, be comfortable in what it is that you got going on. Be your own superhero.
Ah, hey, okay.
Yeah, be your own
Yeah.
superhero.
I definitely like that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that message.
yeah.
So would there be like any type of clothing where they're like superhero themed or like have like different seasons with them just to make it add a little spice to it or something?
Yeah, it depends on like you mentioned before, collaborations.
Yeah.
What kind of people that we run into along the way of us growing.
Yeah.
If we just so happen to run into somebody that is hey, I got this amount of people that are interested in like superhero themes. Yeah, we'll do superhero colors and all of that. We're more open minded. Like I said, we're more of a message on what it is we're trying to present. The clothing will change. We'll have crew necks, sweatpants, things like
Love
that.
sweatpants.
Yeah, more of a comfort. That's
I'm a
also
big
a big
joggers
part.
guy. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, the joggers are definitely dope. Get some zippers on those. So we're more open minded in terms of what it is that we're allowing ourselves to go into. If we go into a community like that, hey, we got stuff for you. If another community pops out, hey, this is what we like. This is what we stand for. That's fine. We can make something for you as well. So definitely open minded in that aspect. But all for all, it is the mind, body, and soul in which we're trying to promote. The health of that.
Okay. So I know it's like open minded, but as the business grows,
Mm-hmm.
do you see yourself having mentors for younger
Ah,
kids? Or
Absolutely.
okay.
Mentors are definitely, like I said, the influences that you have around you
Yeah.
are definitely important. I've had friends around me that were into things, and just by association, you kind of fall into those things, even if that's not your nature.
Right.
So just knowing who you have around you is definitely important because it kind of describes where you're going. You have people with you that are on the right pace. They'll definitely get you to where it is that you truly want to be. So that's one thing from experience that I would definitely recommend.
Okay.
So with us being on and off with like the mask situation, would you make masks to go along with your brand, or would it just be like clothing in general?
It depends on the future of the mask. If the mask wants to stay, definitely, can keep that. We could collaborate with that. Maybe come up with our own unique style to that. Maybe we can do that superhero thing.
Yeah.
The superhero has his mask. Things like that. So I definitely like that. Maybe we can intertwine that into crew neck sweatshirts. Um, Multiple different things that we can do in that realm. But yeah, we're open minded, so we're open to change.
So does your business have a symbol or like a logo? I should
Yeah,
say.
I'm actually wearing it here.
Okay.
This is the first shirt that I made. It says "United We Stand" on the front,
Okay.
and on the back is "Divided We Fall." It's in the form of, it's across the chest and then down the spine, the back. So just representing, this is who I am across my chest. United, and then down your spine. You'll fall if you're not together. Your
That's
spine
right.
isn't intact.
Amen. Yeah, I love that. I love that message. You know, because we're stronger together as a society, but we'll fall together if we're divided.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I definitely love that for sure. But yeah, I love the ideas, guys. I love your businesses that you guys are making, and just as as the black community, as we strive to become better and become examples of how we perceive ourselves
Right.
and everything.
There's a lot of businesses
yeah.
out there. Shout out to Avenir. They're located, I believe, in Cleveland, Ohio. And then you got
I said in Columbus.
in Columbus. Yeah, that's my cousin's brand. He's doing his thing. He's killing it. So I would definitely look him up with that.
All right. But yeah, I love it, and maybe you can get a Jones Review collaboration.
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah. So hopefully that works, or maybe even with your business, the
Yeah.
waistbands. So yeah.
Yeah,
But,
the Jones Reviews colors on there from your logo. There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe for the waistband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'll be nice. But yeah, let's move on here. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to shout out or say anything or shout, you can just call the number at 9.
Don't shout on the phone though.
Oh yeah, not don't shout, but at least if you just want to say something, you can call this number at 937-775-5555 or participate by the live stream on YouTube or 106.9 radio station. But if not, then we'll move on, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm.
So yeah, you guys don't know Ghost of Tsushima, but I can explain it to you. Basically, it's in ancient Japan, and they based it off of a story called "The Great War of Tsushima," and basically, the characters that they have are sort of fictional, but what happened around that time is real. But just the way the game is, it starts off, you're on an island, you play as Jin Kasai, and you're basically kind of stranded, but sort of dead in a way, and come back to life somehow.
Okay.
And you start to create yourself as a vengeful spirit
Okay.
that wants to uh, take back your country or your land from the Mongols. And the Mongols are these vicious, barbaric type enemies that will just do anything to get what they want. And with Jin Kasai, he has to break from his samurai code that he swore with his uncle, who took him in as a basically father type figure for him. And over time, he starts to break from his samurai code, and he starts to do certain stuff to save his land. And he doesn't really lose himself, but he kind of changes and lets himself loose to be this type of vengeful spirit to save his land. And this is like, well, it's basically a PlayStation exclusive. It's a Sony exclusive. It's on PlayStation. If you guys are interested in playing it,
I got PS4.
yeah, it's definitely a great game to play. You would love it. It's by Sucker Punch Studios. They made the Infamous games with the people with the powers,
Okay.
and they got an amazing cast. The combat's really fun.
Okay.
You would
yeah,
like
yeah.
it. You would
I
love
like
the
combat
gameplay,
games. Yeah.
and you feel like a samurai in the game. And
Okay.
there's certain aspects to where, like I said, he breaks from a samurai code, so he has some skills to where he becomes more of a ghost
Okay.
in a way. And as other characters see him, even his uncle despises him being a ghost in a way, but he has to be that because he died on that island basically. And the visuals are amazing. The aspects of that storyline I really enjoy, and I kind of relate to it in a way to where you have to change yourself in a way to adapt and survive, but you don't have to lose yourself when you're at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I love the gameplay. The visuals are amazing. It's realistic in a way, and they're paying homage to the people that gave their lives on Ashima, of course,
Right.
and ancient Japan. But it has that samurai feel to it, and you just feel like, wow, I'm a samurai, or sort of like a samurai ghost. And they also got, you can like shoot a bow and arrow or have your own samurai sword or katana, I should say. The characters are well developed. Um, you can play this on PS4, PS5. Um, I think they're coming out with a new expansion too. It's called Sakai Island or IT Island, and it's where like uh, Jin Sakai goes to a different island to where he finds out that there's this new villain that came along, and they have like a new type of poisonous, illusionist, psychedelic type poison that kind of affects people, and then it makes them hallucinate. So he has to stop them in order to take control back of this new Ike Island. Basically.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. I
But
like that.
do you guys like the fact that they Sucker Punch Studios made this type samurai game to where, you know, it just has a great storyline, great combat, and makes you feel like you're a samurai?
Yeah, I definitely would. I would try that out. Try to get that game. I like games that. Is it a free roam game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's a free roam RPG. You get to customize your character as he grows along the way. They got skills. They also got gear to where you can have a samurai clan outfit, or you can become the Ghost of Ashima.
Mm-hmm.
You can also have like certain samurai gear to where it has different architects for armors and stuff. Also, as you grow as the character, you start to create a name for yourself as you level up in the game.
All right.
You become the rogue samurai, or the Ghost of Ashima, or the lone samurai. I don't know. I forget the names.
I feel you though. I feel you. Yeah.
As you level up, you start to create a name for yourself, and I actually like that. And the side quests are really amazing. Like each side quest is its own storyline, and you know, with side quests or side missions, they're kind of boring.
Mhm.
In this game, just every mission is amazing, and they also got like little things where you can upgrade your health or have more health bars. The visuals, of course, like I said, they're amazing. I would say PlayStation with their exclusives, I would say that they take time for their game and create quality games.
Sounds a lot like Zelda. Like,
Yep.
Have you ever played that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my
It's-
favorite. Yeah. My dad actually introduced me
Twilight
to it.
Princess is goated, man. That's all I got to say. One of my
Yeah.
favorite games of all time.
Yeah, for sure. But for my review for Ghost of Tsushima, dang it, it's gonna be another 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
I don't think 5 out of 5 is going to have too much value anymore, Bailey.
I'm sorry, but I mean,
You love a lot of stuff, man. Respect.
respect. And this is a quality game, and you know, just the way the storyline is, the characters, it's so emotional. You even feel for these characters, or feel for Jin Sakai, what he's feeling, as to where he has to break his code to save his family and land. And you know, just I love the game. It just came out with their expansion. I'll probably talk about more things that recently came out too after this. But yeah, I would give this a 5 out of 5. And Ahmad or Naya, if you guys are interested in being a samurai, this is your game.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that type of samurai code combat, I think this is your game.
Bailey, did you ever play a game called For Honor before?
I have, but I didn't like it too much.
You didn't like it too much. I figured you might like it because of like the night aspect. And
Yeah,
they
I like
added some
that.
type
Yeah.
of samurai like characters.
I
and
tried that
everything.
actually. It's just the combat for some reason is weird. It just like when you play it, it's I know they changed a lot of mechanics for it too. So
It's
I
a
know-
very interesting game. Like I liked it
Yeah.
when it first came out, but then it just kind of got old quick.
yeah.
You know, with the same stuff, same map, same characters. Of course, they released some here and there, but like it was fun for a little bit. But
Mhm.
yeah, that game kind of died really quick, dude. Like on Steam now, it's like $7.
It actually is for free. If you had games with gold, it was for free on
Yeah,
Xbox.
I play on PC,
Yeah.
so
I had it on PS4. It was definitely a nice game.
it was
Well,
nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it that. I mean, like I said though, it just kind of got bland quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it did add a nice, interesting like fighting aspect to it, like something new,
Yeah.
and all these characters who had like you could do certain combo stuff, which made it really cool as well. Does
Mhm.
that game you're talking about have like similar combat at all, or no?
Uh, in a way, I think it's improved on in this game. It's not too focused on with it just has like simple controls for Ghost of Tsushima, like use R1 as the block,
Okay.
and then R2 or L2 to change your equipment or your skill. Also, in this game, it has different stances. Like the moon stance is like for a certain enemy, and then stone stance is like the basic stance that you usually use in the game. But you can use that on a, just different stances for different enemies.
Okay.
And I like that too.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah, it's different stances for different specialties for different missions. And then they also got a short bow and a long bow, and of course sticky bombs and smoke bombs. But yeah, it's a great game. Of course, I gotta make a shout out to Marvel's Avengers. Of course, that game, it just came out with its War for Wakanda expansion, which is a great game. Of course,
I haven't played it yet.
yeah. I would recommend. Well, if it's on sale, I think it's about $20. But yeah, if you get the Endgame edition, they actually have the Avengers Endgame costumes,
Okay.
and then they just came out with the first Avengers movie costume for Captain America. It has its original uh, Marvel's Avengers costume. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I might have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Christopher Judge plays Black Panther too, who also voiced Kratos.
Okay.
I'll probably get on to God of War review soon in a bit. Right now, actually, I'll review God of War actually. But yeah, if you guys still want to participate, you can call this number at 937-775-5555 or by live chat within YouTube or 106.9 FM. If not, I guess we'll move on then. So, God of War, I gotta say, one of the best games of, say, 2018, probably. This game has emotion. It's basically a father and son story.
I've seen the trailers.
Yeah.
I haven't actually played it. I don't really play too many video games like that.
Yeah.
But I definitely I like the story of it. I like the story of it.
And just with Kratos, this takes place after a trilogy that they had with the original God of War. And it's just different tone, different gameplay. Just basically a father takes his son on a journey of becoming a man, and just understanding his son and being there for his son and training his son to become better than him too, and to control their Spartan rage, basically, that they have, with all the yelling like ah, So, but yeah, I love the game, of course. It's a fun game to play. If you're a God of War fan, this is definitely your game. But it's different combat styles or different mechanics.
With me growing up as an Xbox guy, I never got to play God of War. I really wanted to. That game looked so dope.
It is dope. And they also gave it like a PS5 update too with the visuals. So
Yeah.
it kind of enhanced it too. And also Kratos, played by Christopher Judge, who voiced Black Panther also. Shout out to him. Just the story's well done. The combat is very aggressive, but it's slick,
Right.
and they made it work. And with Sony games, they're kind of similar when you think about it. The way they play, it's third person. Sort of have the same combat mechanics and how they run. Actually, they kind of run the same in a way. But it's a great game to play. I recommend it to anybody who has a PlayStation. I think it's one of those PlayStation hits.
Okay.
Of course. I would say the graphics are well done. The costumes are. You can actually customize your costume or your gear to make you stronger too. Of course. And I would say it's a long game, and they also have new game pluses. I forgot to mention that for Ghost of Tsushima and God of War, that they got new game pluses to where you can carry your progress onto the next game too. So yeah, but for my review for God of War, I would give this a 4 out of 5 because it has room for improvement, and also in a way, it kind of gets boring.
Okay.
I think it's boring in the beginning, but it catches on and gets better over time. But yeah, I would give this a 4 out of 5 for God of War. And if you guys are God of War fans, this is your game. If you guys like Christopher Judge, this is your game. Yeah, if you guys love video games, this is your game.
Yeah,
So,
I might have to check that out for sure.
and also, it won Game of the Year too.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it should have been Red Dead Redemption 2, but
That game was amazing.
yeah, they for the video game awards, they just for some reason Red Dead Redemption 2 won every single award, but God of War won Game of the Year.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a game I can pretty much always go back to and play. It was so much fun. I love just being this like BA cowboy,
Yeah.
right? Just
Yeah.
being this really like crazy dude. Like in the first one, you're playing as John, and then you're playing as Arthur in the second one. Arthur can be like a good guy or bad guy depending on like what you do.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much a nice guy the way I play. But yeah, he's still
too.
a criminal. He's
Yeah.
still on the run from I can't remember the name of the city, but yeah.
Valentine. I think,
No,
or was it?
Blackwater.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what it was.
Blackwater, yeah.
Blackwater,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And I like how it was like a what's it called, like a prelogue or whatever of the first one.
Yeah,
It was before
prologue,
The first one
yeah.
was taking place. It was before this first one was taking place
Mhm.
because you play as John in the first one, but in the second one you play as Arthur, who was before you played as John in the first one. So
Right.
I love that game series so much.
You make me actually want to play it after this.
Yeah, no, I played
Yeah.
it back in December of last year. I was grinding it out a little bit because I wanted to go back and play it again. And you can do all that side stuff like hunting and fishing and all that cool stuff too. It's literally GTA, but cowboy stuff.
Yeah,
That's what Rockstar does.
literally. I just hope Rockstar makes GTA 6. I
We've
mean,
been waiting
it
for
is-
that for a while. I got GTA 5 the day it came out, and on the 360, and I bought it when I was on the one. When I got the one, and then I got it on PC as well. We've had this game for what, 9 years now?
Yeah, literally like
It'll be 10 years next year, I think.
Mhm.
And we haven't really even seen a trailer for GTA 6 yet because you know what they were doing with 5?
What?
Milking it.
Pretty
Milking.
much.
Milking GTA 5. And I mean, respecting them because they did well on it. They made a bank off that game.
Literally. But we're coming up on our break, so we'll be talking more about video games too on more of the Jones Review. So stay tuned, everyone.
Hey, Dad. Welcome to the Jones Review.
Welcome back to the Jones Review, everybody. This is B. Jones coming at you in the latest in entertainment news. I have here my cousins, Aman and Naya. What's up?
What's going
So-
on? What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much. Well, let's get back to our video game reviews and news. So I did Ghost of Tsushima and God of War, which are quality games, of course. But also, I was thinking, we were talking about it, probably some company reviews or branding reviews.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Nike, So like with Nike, they're a huge branding company that they clothing lines, shoes, just merchandise everywhere.
Okay.
But just all you see is Nike, right?
Yeah.
So like with Nike, I like wearing Nike because they're comfortable shoes. They look clean, and I just love them.
Now, do you know where the logo comes from?
No.
I believe it's a Greek image or something like that. So it was originated over there. Same with Adidas. I actually did research on that. It was a gentleman named Adolf Daisler. His nickname was Addy. His last name was Daisler, so Adidas. That's pretty nice to
That is
find
sweet.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Which would you prefer, Adidas or Nike? That's like the biggest.
Yeah, that's tough.
Question to
Adidas is
ask.
making their way up. They're making their
I
way
feel
up.
like as far as Adidas track pants, I would definitely go with Adidas. Cause Nikes, you can it's a hit or miss. It's either they're comfortably thick or they're too thick or too thin.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Either I like the shoes or I hate them. I like their what are they called? Like there's like one, you wear them for football, right? You wear them under your shirts and stuff, under your jerseys. It's the
Oh, the
long
sleeves?
Oh,
Yeah.
the
And like
compression.
sticks to you.
Mhm.
I love those shirts. I love wearing those all the time, especially when I was playing football. I'd wear them under my jersey and everything when it was cold out. Those are really nice. I love wearing those.
Yeah, I believe Under Armour is the head of the compressions and things like that.
Yeah, Under Armour's a big one too. I have a lot of their stuff. I like Under Armour. I know Nike had a few of those. I had one of them.
Mhm.
But I was more of like when it came to like actual like apparel, non-shoes, I would mainly go with Under Armour. But I do like Nike shoes. At first I didn't, but they kind of grew on to me, I guess, as I got older.
I would say the Nike is really more out there than any other brand.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have a lot of
Oh.
collaborations with everybody.
What about Jordan?
Jordan collaborated with Nike.
Mainly for
so-
basketball people though. Like when you get like Jordans, it's mainly people who like either watch basketball or play basketball. I mean, for example, like my grandparents, they don't really know basketball as much, so they're just going to go get some like Nikes or something, right?
Right.
They're not going to get Jordans just because. I mean, they know who Michael Jordan is, but they're not like basketball fans. I feel like people who get Jordans are more, fans of Michael Jordan.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Or just the style in general.
All right.
So I feel like when you got brands like Nike, you have a brand that is very diverse. You have a brand that goes for, the older people with their styles, and you got kids, just adults in general. And then you got Jordans, for example, who are mainly kind of like hip hop styled, more
Basketball.
youthful, if you will, with their
Right.
style. So that's going to be less diverse, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, I
And
hear you
Jordan
on that.
also collabs with Nike a lot. So
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
feel like Jordan, it really doesn't really matter if you just Jordan.
They make money. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
They make a lot of money.
So,
I believe he started with Nike actually. so,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just with Nike, like I think they have those, but they're really expensive. But those Back to the Future shoes,
Mm.
I've
Yeah.
seen
know.
it
yeah,
before. Yeah.
I've seen those a lot. And I was like, I really want a pair of those, but like, it's not worth like $1,000 or
Oh, yeah,
$2,000.
man.
I like looking
That's
at
over the
off whites.
top.
I'm like, man, those shoes are so expensive, but they look so cool.
Yeah, I've seen people make their own. So
Yeah, like
right.
they do like little illustrations or like draw on them or
Mhm.
something to make it their own.
mm-hmm.
Like Demon Slayer, just like Dragon Ball Z, or even SpongeBob.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen the
Yeah.
SpongeBob one.
Did you see the Kyrie Irving, the SpongeBob theme ones?
Yeah,
they had,
yeah.
like Squidward, Patrick, and those
yeah,
colors.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, I like I like the Squidward ones. They were kind of like that green color. I thought those looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
One collaboration I don't understand is Kanye and Adidas because
Oh, with the Yeezys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeezy.
why
I feel like
would-
getting Yeezys is more of like a clout thing than
Yeah.
like style, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Possibly.
understand why anyone would want to spend $200 on some plastic
I
slides.
understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're like normal Yeezy shoes are like $300, $400 too, and I'm just like, I don't mind throwing like $150 down on shoes, but like, unless they are like super super cool, something like I've never seen before that I just fell in love with, I probably wouldn't spend more than like $150 on a pair
Yeah.
of
I
shoes.
agree.
Right.
Like if a shoe's like 200,
Now, if I win the lottery, I will spend as much money as I want on them.
buy the
Yeah.
whole rack from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
I'll look like a basketball player with how many shoes I got in my house.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think it's kind of cool how like I think it was DJ Khaled, the Game, G-Eazy, just all these rappers or celebrities that have those like shoe racks or the shoe closets. I always
Yeah.
thought that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I got the shoe collection, even though I don't wear these shoes anymore. I just like to show them off. I was like, do you even wear all them shoes? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
how? Like, he was like, oh, I got this shoe from an old friend of mine. She customized this himself. It's like the
I feel like they wear like one pair of shoes for one specific outfit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I feel like they change their outfits so much that they probably wear each pair of shoes and we just never notice.
Probably. That's a good point.
Literally. They're like, oh, this the Yeezy Desert Storms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They probably give them to gifts to each other.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess I just like staying normal. I like to look at my designer shoes. I bought a pair of I forget what they were called, but they were some type of Nike designers. I can't remember what they were called. They were like a custom made shoe. I paid like $200 for them, and they looked all right. But when I get like a pair of white shoes, they get dirty. They're high maintenance. That's the only thing I don't like about them is they're high maintenance. So I just stopped wearing them at one point because they were too hard to maintain. I'm like, they started becoming black, and I'm like, man, these kind of look trashy now. I'm like, so they're just like sit in my closet, just sit there. I polish them and everything. They just sit there. I'm like, those are for occasion.
Yeah.
right. But yeah, as a brand, I would give Nike well, it used to be a 4 out of 5. I'll give them a 3 out of 5.
I'll probably give them a 3 out of 5 as well, just
Yeah.
because of throughout, I'd say like the past like 5 years, there's been a lot of bad rep for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like they took too much of an effort to like establish a good relationship with all of their, fan base, if you will, or
Right.
their consumers, if you will.
Mhm.
But they're a good brand, obviously. I mean, everybody reps Nike pretty much. They make some good stuff. But yeah, I'm on the same boat with you on that 3 out of 5. They're a good company.
Right.
Wouldn't, and this is all my opinion, of course. Views and opinions, blah blah blah. Bailey said at the beginning show, so we're already good. But I like Nike, but everything they stand for, like I like a lot of the stuff they stand for. But there's some things where it's kind of borderline. Like there's something. I mean, I'm a human. I agree with some things, and some things I don't. So
we all
it's
have
like-
our own opinions.
Exactly,
so
right?
it's not
Right,
really
right,
like-
right.
So I don't know. Nike's just
They're kind of out there sometimes.
I don't know how to describe it.
I know what you're talking
Not
about.
on air, at least. I
Yeah.
guess you know what
Yeah,
I mean.
I know what you're saying.
You understand.
Yeah.
Bailey can read my mind. He has
Yeah.
superpowers. He's wearing
Yeah.
he's wearing the Superman mask now.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I would,
mean-
I would probably give it a 3 out of 5 too, just because of they kind of produced the same shirt with about the same saying or the same
I feel like I've
logo.
seen the same stuff from
Yeah.
Nike
Yeah,
for
literally.
like 10 years.
Like
Yeah.
they've literally been rebranding it or relaunching the
Yeah.
same shoe or the same clothing line that they always had. They're just like, oh, let's bring this out just to add,
I'll credit to them. If it works, it works.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically like the number one brand, so it works. So I got to give them respect there.
What would you review it, Naya?
I would give them a 3.5 out of 5. Just because I feel like, yeah, there are many improvements that they have to make, but there's also some things that I feel like they do pretty well on. As far as their clothing, though, I feel like there's a lot of improvements they can make, whether that's on, like, the thickness of the clothes and the design, because I feel like I've seen pretty much every shirt they came out with is the same design, just different colors. So,
I think the problem is too they're way overpriced at times.
yeah.
They can be, yeah.
They're just like, oh, we're selling this shirt for like $60. I'm like,
Yeah.
that shirt better be everlasting.
Their
Yeah,
jackets
right.
are like $100 for just a windbreaker.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but I mean, at least when you get it, it's something is going to be pretty good at least.
Yeah.
Because I haven't really had too many complaints other than shoes from Nike. Like their shirts, their socks, all that stuff. I've been perfectly fine with. I've liked them a lot.
Yeah, without a doubt. But yeah, I give Nike a 3 out of 5, and I do like their shoes. Over time, I think there was a time where I actually customized a couple shoes. And
Yeah.
they shipped them to me.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty.
I remember
cool.
back when we were at CDC, you'd always bring in these new shoes and stuff, and I'm like, man, Bailey's just, repping the drip. He's trying to show off to everybody, man.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta flex.
Like, I got competition in here, man. What the heck?
Yeah.
You're trying to stand out.
Yeah. Nike. I like Nike at an extent. Sometimes they just rebrand the same shoe or relaunch it. Sometimes just make a whole new shoe, and I totally like it. And it'll just pop out to me. I'm like, wow. And then I try it on. I'm like, this is so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I like Nike.
I like the Vapor Maxes. Those
Oh yeah, those are sweet,
they
man.
get uncomfortable after a while, but at first they're pretty comfortable.
I actually like your shoes, man.
These are Air Maxes. I mean, Air Maxes have been around since that's probably one of their most popular shoes.
I got to head to Foot Locker. I'm probably going to go there this weekend after I move back here. Because with these shoes, I looked at them yesterday, and I'm like, they're starting to tear up a bit. So it's at the time where I'm ready to retire them.
It's a tough decision always for me.
I wear these
Yeah,
shoes all the time.
these were mainly just work shoes, anyways. They're not like shoes I wear as to look good.
I hear
So
you.
I'm
I
just
hear
like
you.
whatever. I'm like they're comfy, but the soles on them are like worn the hell out. So yeah, I definitely need a new pair.
Yeah.
I know. But yeah. What do you guys think of Adidas?
I
I
like
haven't
them.
repped Adidas much.
Yeah.
Me neither.
I like
I
Adidas.
don't see a lot of people wearing Adidas.
Not as much as I feel like when I
It-
was younger.
It used to
there was a
be
lot more
popular.
Adidas.
Adidas used to be
Yeah.
really popular.
Yeah.
I know their track pants were really popular. I see
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people wear those, but as far as their shoes or shirts, I really don't see many of those.
I can tell those things are durable. Bailey, do you remember when at CTC when we had that was it like a BPA event or something when I did that course thing? Do you remember that? I don't know if you were there. Well, anyways, there was these tires you had to jump through and all this other stuff. And you had to crawl under this net thing.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, I
that
remember it was
GPA
me and
event.
I
yeah.
think it was me and Brennan or something. And someone gave me because I didn't wear any pants to do that. So I forget someone gave me a pair and it was actually one of those. And I was like, man, these things are pretty durable because I just sat there and slid across the floor and I would have screwed these things up.
Yeah.
But no, they were still up and running in that. They felt super comfy. I liked them, but I never bought them. I like getting my joggers and stuff and any type of sweatpants kind of thing. I like getting Aeropostale or American Eagle.
Okay.
Those are the ones I usually go to. I go buy buy one get one 50% off joggers at Aeropostale or something.
Yeah.
So and obviously you see me with the Hawaiian shirts. I kind of have that dad fit. That's what I like to go with. I'm
I
only
don't know.
20, but I feel like I'm 45 sometimes.
I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
we're rocking the dad bods. I guess Scotty.
I'm rocking a dad bod. I got me a bit of a belly.
But I was thinking we can change it up a little bit on the season finale and do some food reviews for restaurants.
Okay.
That's interesting. All right, where you want to start then?
Chipotle. Let's start with Chipotle.
Yeah.
We doing out of 5?
Yeah, out of 5.
I'm going first. 2 out of 5.
Dang.
I know. I'm a hothead guy. I am biased because I used
I
to work
agree.
there. I have had every combination you can make at hothead. The reason why I have Chipotle at a 2 out of 5 is because I don't think there's much there.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
very
I agree.
bland.
It's-
There's no sauces. Oh, and you get sour cream. I had the I think it was some type of mango sauce there or something like that.
Was it mango habanero?
It's probably what it was.
Okay.
I tried it. I didn't care for it, and I'm like, it's okay, but I'd rather go to Hothead 10 out of 10 times. So for me, 2 out of 5, just because I think it's a little bland.
I definitely agree with
I will
that.
say that.
I'll give it a. Well, actually, for some reason, I had a craving at Chipotle in Cincinnati when I was going to school there, and actually, because I think I had a lunch pass or something, or
Like a meal
food
plan.
plan, yeah,
Right,
meal
right,
plan
right,
for it,
right.
and they gave us money for it. So I think that's why I just saved money. I just pulled out my UC card, and they would swipe it, and I just get Chipotle or something.
So what would you give it?
So I don't know, cause I would give it a 1.5 out of 10, or 1.5 out of 5.
Lower than me. I'm surprised.
because they have good food, but their food is just
Their meat
really
is
bland.
good.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
don't like anything else, though. I like their chicken. I think their
Yeah.
chicken's really good. But I'm not a fan of really anything else there. I don't really care for the rice either, honestly.
Yeah, the rice kind of tastes weird. It has
And I
like
don't
a
like
lemon
their
flavor.
like the
Yeah.
their tortillas for the
Yeah.
burritos.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it has too much of like a flour taste to it.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
feels more filler like when you eat it. and
Yeah.
everything. I don't know. It just has a weird.
Like I said, I'm a little biased because I'm a hothead guy. You know what I mean? I love hothead.
I love
I've
hot
never
head
had
too.
it.
so-
I would give
I've
a
never
5 out
had
of
hot
5.
head.
You never had hot
Nah,
head?
I have not.
Oh, that's
I've
so
had
much
hot
better.
head.
We
than
got one
Chipotle.
right over here, right
I
out.
might have to check it out one day. I might.
Right by Starbucks out here. No, Hothead, they have like, what, Bailey? Probably like
More-
15 different sauces
Yeah.
or so.
15.
Sweet habanero. Have you had that?
I love that sauce. I even have 2 bottles of it at home.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I remember I bought one my freshman year here. I kept it in my dorm room. Now, that stuff's good.
It
That's
is.
why I like Hothead more than Chipotle's because the sauces and I like the brown rice at Hothead. I think that stuff's really good.
Mm.
Okay.
I was like getting double wrap. I get steak.
Yeah.
I get like triple corn. I love corn, man.
Me too, man.
Get that sweet habanero sauce on there. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
perfect.
I like habanero sauce, mango habanero. You
That
got
was pretty good.
It depends on where you get it from, but you know, because some
Hothead's
places
is pretty good.
I'm gonna have to try it out.
It's
All
a little
It
hot,
is.
but it
Yeah.
tastes super nice.
Yeah.
right, all right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I'll give 1.5 for Chipotle. I'll give Hothead a 5 out of 5 because it's my favorite restaurant.
Okay.
And I
One of
love
my
going
favorites.
there.
I hear that.
I
Heck
think
yeah,
I,
Bailey.
like literally, like I used to eat. Well, I still eat it to this day, but like I just love the combination they have. They have what I want. It's nutritious and delicious,
Bro,
and just the way.
this dude drove like an hour and 15 minutes to come to the Hothead I worked at just to see me and get some Hothead. And it was like an hour and 15 minutes. I'm like, Bailey, why did you actually drive all the way up here just to get Hothead at this location?
Hey, I
Because
mean,
Scotty worked there and he hooked me up a couple times.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm like, you made the drive out here. I'm going to make sure it was worth it.
Yes,
right,
sir.
right. It sounds like
Good
it
burrito,
is.
right?
It sounds
Yeah.
like
There you
it
go.
is.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I was pretty good at it back in the day. I don't know if I could do it now, but it's been a few years. But I can make me a mean burrito.
Yeah.
It's delicious. They got like all combinations you can think of. The white and brown rice. They got tomatoes. They got peppers.
Okay.
Peppers and onions.
Okay.
They got tomatoes, corn. I feel like their food palette looks more colorful than Chipotle's.
Right. Right.
With Chipotle's, it seems like it's good, but it looks bland.
All right.
But with Hothead, you get a variety of everything.
Right.
And like I said, me and Scotty, we like that sweet habanero sauce.
It's
Like, that's
amazing.
everything.
If
I'm
you ever get there,
Yeah.
if you don't want to get on your food first, just get like a spoon of it. Like get a sample.
Right. Right.
9 out of 10 people will fall in love with it when I introduce them to it. Like my grandparents, they're addicted to it as well.
Grandma P.
Yeah. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you went to Hothead without me."
Yeah.
She'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
She loves it because when
'Cause
I worked
Hothead's
there,
awesome.
my grandparents would come up there and get lunch sometimes,
Mhm.
and I'd hook them up too.
Like literally, I don't know how Hothead's not popular as Chipotle. Like,
Yeah,
I
see,
don't
it's
understand.
only like Hothead is more of like a Ohio thing. It's more of like an Ohio thing, and then they have some in. I think they have like 1 or 2 in Kentucky, maybe 1 in Tennessee, but I doubt it. And I think they have like a couple in Indiana as well. But it's mainly just an Ohio thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think it's
Uh,
extremely underrated.
Me too. Like I feel like Chipotle is just bandwagon. Like people just like Chipotle.
It's just when you think of like Mexican food, you think Chipotle right away. It's just very mainstream and hip.
Yeah.
even though it's
definitely.
fake Mexican.
Yeah.
It's not the real Mexican.
That's
Yeah, I
a
feel like it's
bit-
just because it's like a big mainstream thing, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's the reason why it's very popular. People always go there. Like Shay, the GM here, he's like diehard Chipotle guy, and I'm just like, I tried it twice. I've had it twice, and each time I've gone, I just don't get it. I don't get the hype.
I'm not a big fan of it either. I would
Yeah.
probably give it about a 2 out of 5. Only reason I give it a 2 instead of 1.5 is because it's something you can eat. But for me, it always
Not your first choice though, you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
If you ever get a chance, get Hothead, man. You're
Yeah,
missing
I'm
out.
definitely gonna try that. That was 2 great reviews. I mean, y'all sound very enthusiastic about Hothead, so I'm definitely gonna have to go try that out.
Now you're gonna try Hothead.
I believe I've had Hothead once before, and I've actually liked it. So
You got
I
3
would
people said
definitely-
that.
Yeah,
You gotta
three
do it
people,
now.
man.
I got it.
Gotta
I gotta
go.
try it. I gotta try it.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna wrap it up just yet. But I just wanted to thank everyone for watching the Jones Review. We're not leaving forever. We'll be back probably
Probably about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's probably
Give it
going to
2
be a
weeks.
week off for Bailey to prep up for get some shows lined up, get some guests lined up, and everything. And I got to get the schedule made for all the other DJs, and once I get that done, should be ready to rock and roll. But expect the same time when we return, same day.
Not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed though, but we will be back here in about 2 weeks.
And just give it time. I have people lined up to be on the show. It just sometimes they kind of cancel on me, and it's kind of hard to get people on the show at times when they cancel. So I appreciate people if they're able to at least let me know at least a week before if you're able to do it or not. But I love the support and people just supporting me on the show and believing in me for doing this, and just hearing the quiet guy, you're like, oh, he actually talks. I'm like, yeah, I do. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have more guests on the show. Hopefully, do more research. I'm definitely gonna head to smaller Comic Cons this year and meet people, see if they're interested in being on the show, to upgrade the show and give it more rave. And I appreciate Ahmad and
Absolutely.
Naya to
Great
be on the
here.
show.
Yeah.
And just to have the family on the show. And also, I'm going to do more game reviews too when the show comes back. And of course, this new movie called Reminiscence came out. So if you guys check it out on HBO Max, I'll do a review for that when the show comes back.
I actually just got a notification on it while your show was on, like 20 minutes ago, saying Reminiscence on HBO Max.
Yeah. It has Hugh Jackman in it too.
Yeah.
So,
Something I might be able to check out now.
yes. And then we can both talk about it too when the show comes back.
That's true.
So, yeah. But yeah, I love everybody helping me out with the show, and thank you for watching. And I hope you guys have a great day, and stay tuned for more of the Jones Review coming back stronger